just wanted to say a special thank you to my Patreon. If you'd like to join, check out the link below.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another video, and I'm gonna do a 24 hours kind of situation right here. So basically I'm thinking of taking you along with me for 24 hours because I saw Where I Live do this and I really enjoyed it, so I was like, why not? Because I feel like I don't really show the rest of my life other than like the drawing and the art part, which is like fine because that's what this channel is like actually about, but I don't mind like sharing some more, so why not? I'm so tired. I went for a walk today in the morning and the weather was surprisingly amazing. I'm actually quite shocked because it's like never amazing. Not never, but like I remember like I used to go on a lot of walks like back in June, like even in my June vlogs I would talk about that a lot, but I haven't been going on those anymore just because it seriously got too hot, and like on the walk back it was so sunny to the point that I felt like I was walking in the desert, and I quite literally am, but you know what I mean, like that actual image of someone walking in the desert and feeling like they're about to pass out. That's how I felt. Sorry, I don't have a tripod, so my arms are just like dead. But yeah, other than that, I have a lot of kind of like a little boring stuff to do today, like expense reporting and like replying to emails. Actually could just show you my to-do list, but I actually don't even know what it is. I am so sleepy, but I'm trying really hard not to let it get the best of me. Pretty simple, but I love the vibe. I love these pants, but they always stain my clothes, so like I'm pretty sure they're already starting to stain, but I'm like whatever about it. The top is from Wonky from like 4 years ago, and the pants are like my regular studio pants that I made. And you know, shoes from Zara Home, which by the way, if you have these shoes from Zara Home, do not leave the house in them. These were the shoes I was wearing when I broke my ankle for like a month, 2 months. And because it was so slippery outside because of the dust, and I was wearing these shoes. So it was my fault, but if you were thinking, I'm gonna wear these shoes outside, don't wear it. Don't wear it outside, don't do it. Don't do it. So I just wanted to show you that I've been working on like some sketches for basically the calendar is coming out. Maybe I should put you a little bit back. So the calendar is coming out next month, no, November. So me and Faye and Lujane are like already working on it, like based off the theme. We have a meeting on Thursday, so like we're gonna be showing each other all of the sketches. I'm gonna like digitize all the sketches. But now I'm just kind of having a snack, and which is like some tangerines and some olives because, you know, bougie. And then I'm going to look through my Pinterest boards to kind of zhuzh up the inspiration, because I realized that, so the stuff I have to do today, I was supposed to record my Patreon podcast. If you would like to subscribe to my Patreon, feel free to do so. The link is down below, and it would help a lot, obviously, but there's literally no pressure. But so I have to write up what I want to talk about in today's podcast. On today's podcast I'm going to be talking about like creating a comic and like walking the steps through that, and the comic that I recently created, and kind of like some people's response to that may have bothered me or like inspired me or motivated me and stuff like that, because sometimes I do get a bit of like some weird comments, you know, that are like kind of annoying, that I don't really like to talk about like in a public forum, which is like Instagram. So it's a much more like closer, tighter knit community that I can be a lot more expressive about my opinions and thoughts. Like when I posted my comic about on Arab girls having like dreams as an Arab girl, I was a lot more, you know, like expressive and open, rather than worried about like, oh, what's this person gonna say, or oh my god, this person's gonna think I'm like some kind of man-hating, anti-marriage person. But in reality, that's not the case. But I have to filter myself a lot more, because, you know, you never know how something's gonna come across to somebody else. So I'm so glad that I have Patreon, because I'm able to kind of express myself, and it's a very small group right now, but you know, I have faith. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about that, but I'm also going to be talking about another podcast that another comic that I'm going to be doing, which is about like weight loss and stuff like that. So I'm going to be talking a lot in depth about that, and the kind of societal pressure that I have faced my entire life to lose weight. So I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited to give people more of a background look about things that, you know, things to do with my life, and like the inspiration behind like the art, because I feel like I connect a lot more to people, like other artists who do that, and who do actively showcase their lives online, like, you know, through YouTube or Patreon or podcast or whatever, because it just makes you feel like, you know, it makes you think, and it gives you a new perspective. So that's all I'm trying to do. Can I also just say that I love my Pinterest kind of homepage, because it's just so me, and I love that, you know? It's quite wild, and it's very inspiring. So I'm very excited, and I also love this. I love stuff like this, and I love the texture of that. Lunch. It was pretty great. I had pasta and chicken, and I was really craving Elate's taro boba tea, but I was like, it's too heavy, and I know that I have plans tonight, so I was like, I don't want to like overeat to the point that I'm like, not overeat, but like I want to like really enjoy what I'm eating today, because I was really waiting a long time for it. So I went to my friend's house, and like her family makes really good food, so I'm really looking forward to that. I actually even made a special request, so that's how much I'm excited. But yeah, so I'm going to work on the calendar covers a little bit more and look at some more New Yorker stuff, and then I will, you know, vibe out. It's kind of a slow morning, so I'm sorry if this video isn't action-packed enough. Sorry. I wanted to come here and say that the best feeling in the entire world to me is the moment, sorry, this is a better view. So the best feeling in the entire world to me is the moment that I find a new artist or a cartoonist. Usually it has to be a cartoonist or an illustrator, usually someone who has some sort of a graphic memoir. I realize that those are the people I tend to kind of obsess over, because I think that that's a huge part of where I want my career to go. But the best feeling in the world is when I find someone like that, like their work that I'm so obsessed with. I love everything they do. I'm so obsessed with them. Like, I'm obsessed with their art, I'm obsessed with their work, I'm obsessed with every single thing. And I had that with Phoebe Gleckner, I had that with so many illustrators. But right now it's Roz Chast from the New Yorker, and I have just like been obsessively watching all of her interviews. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm going to talk more about it on today's podcast that I'm recording for Patreon, but I want to say that here because there is a feeling that's not quite like it, and it's the feeling that there's so much out in the world, and somehow I've touched it, you know, that feeling that, wow, there's so much out there. There's so much. Like, I feel that way a lot about art. I think one of the things that, like, you know, makes me hopeful about life and whatever is like, I specifically about art is the moment where you realize, wow, the world is so much bigger than I am, you know, like there's so many things, like even if I'm going through a hard time or I'm depressed or I'm anxious or whatever, there's that moment where you realize, oh my god, there's something out there that is bigger than me that I can look forward to. Like, that is a feeling that is the best feeling in the world to me, honestly. And I think realizing that there is an artist that you haven't found out about yet, and then you find out about them, and then you have that moment where you're obsessive about them, and you watch every single interview, you listen to every single podcast, you look at every single illustration, and you buy every single book, you know, you read every single book. It's the best feeling in the world, because you're like, maybe it's escapism, I don't know, but it just makes me feel like there's so much out there, and I feel so happy because I'm like, wow, like this is the best feeling ever, and I know that I will keep feeling this way because there is so much art in the world. So yeah. So it is the end of the video. I don't know if this was like a very accurate view of 24 hours. I feel like I just ate a lot, and I hope that gave you kind of like a good idea of what my days kind of look like. But I feel like it wasn't as like, because I kept forgetting my camera and stuff like that. So I hope that at like to some level it was, you know, like good to watch and interesting, and please let me know below if it was, or if you'd like me to do another 24 hours but like a little bit more proper, you know, if you know what I mean. Also, you guys dig my new painting that I did right there? I'm very proud of it. I really want to get more into painting, so maybe I should do more painting vlogs. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you can subscribe and like and do all of that stuff. And a big thank you to my patrons. A big thanks to my patrons who are making all of this possible and for supporting me. I can't tell you how thankful I am for you guys. Bye now.